Howdy and welcome to my first tutorial video where I'm going to show you how to build this split screen app landing page using WordPress and Elementor. If I reload the page, you can see that it also has some animated elements as it loads. We have a logo at the top, a simple block of text, star ratings, and then the buttons to the app stores where you can go download this fictional app. And if I shrink the width of this page, you can notice that it is responsive, so it'll display correctly across multiple different screen sizes such as desktop, laptop, tablet, and then mobile. So let's go ahead and put it back, and I will reload it one more time. Before we get started, let's go over the requirements for this WordPress tutorial with Elementor. You're going to need some type of web hosting setup. So you're going to need a domain name, hosting, and then the MySQL database to install WordPress. Or you can set up a local server. I use WAMP on my Windows machine. You're going to need WordPress installed, so you can download that from wordpress.org. Or you can install it via your web host control panel. GoDaddy has an option for that. You're also going to need Elementor Pro. This is the WordPress page builder plugin that allows you to quickly build these types of pages. See the link to the project files below in the description. Some additional resources. This is what I use to come up with my fictional company name. You can use this website called the Startup Name Generator. I also generated a logo for this new startup. And then to generate my color palette for the landing page, I use the color palette generator found over at canva.com. And then for the fonts that I used on the landing page, I use this website called fontjoy.com. And that'll generate the different types of Google font pairings that you can use for your web projects. And once again, you can see the link to the project files below. So first we're going to go to Pages and then Add New. And we're going to add just a home page, something that we can put our landing page on. We're going to click Publish. Next, we're going to make sure that the 2019 theme is active. That's the one I used for this tutorial. You could use something else like the Hello Elementor theme. And then obviously you have to make sure that your Elementor and Elementor Pro plugins are activated. I also recommend activating the anti-spam if this is going to be live. Let's go over to Settings, into General, and I've put a site title up there. This is the Bumble Sort app for iPhone and Android, but you can also add your tagline. I'm going to click Save Changes. Next, let's go to Reading, and we need to set our home page as Home, the page we just created. Click Save Changes. Let's go over to Templates, and we are going to create our first template, which is going to be the header template. And really all this is going to do is just to turn off the default styling for the 2019 theme. So we're going to select header for our type, and we're just going to give it a quick name here of my header. Click Create Template. I'm going to close this window. And let's go ahead and add a single column or new content section. And then we're going to click the Advanced tab and go down to Custom CSS, and this is where we're going to copy and paste the code that allows you to turn off some of the styling and the header in general for the 2019 theme. And next we want to add this header to our entire website. Now be careful doing this if you're on a live site. This is just on my draft site, so it doesn't matter. Let's close this down and exit to the dashboard. Next, I'm going to go back to the home page that I created, and we're going to start building out our landing page. So let's click Edit, and then Edit with Elementor. And that'll open up the Elementor page builder. First, let's change the settings. Make sure we're using the Elementor full width layout. Click Update. Now we are going to add a new section, a 2-column section. And let's click to select it. Next, we are going to set the content width to full width. Set the height to fit to screen. Column position is going to set to stretch. Content position is going to set to middle. We're going to select the left column now, and let's first set the vertical align to middle, and let's go over to style, and let's change its background color. We're going to fill it with this yellow color that we generated using Canva color generator. We're going to drag and drop an image into this column. We're going to delete the default, and now we're going to add in our phone or app mockup image. Click open. Let's give it some text for the alt text. We're going to call this the Bumblesort app. Click insert media. We're going to make sure this centers, so click alignment center. Next, we'll go over to style, and let's set its width to pixels and enter in a value 325 pixels. Set the max width to 100%. Select the right column, and we're going to set vertical align to middle. Let's go over to style, and we're going to just give it a subtle gray or off-white background. Next, we're going to add an image. This will be our logo. Let's delete the default Elementor image and add our logo image. So here's our Bumblesort app image. Let's add that alt text Bumblesort logo. Insert media, and we're going to set its alignment to center. Let's go over to the style tab for this image, set the width to pixels, and we're going to set the width to 155 pixels and 100% max width. We're going to click the advanced tab, and we're going to give it some motion effects when the page loads. So change this to fade in and up. Let's go over here and grab a heading, drag that into the page. Let's change the heading text. I'm just going to say download the Bumblesort app. Let's change it to an H1 HTML tag and align it to center. Next, we need to change its color. Let's paste in our color value. And we're going to change the font family. This Muley font, I think that's how you say it. And we're going to set its size to 34 pixels and then weight to bold. If we click on the Advanced tab, we can also add animation effects to this. So we're just going to say fade in and up, but we're going to delay it slightly so it comes in just after the logo. So about 300 milliseconds. Great, let's add another element. This time we're going to add in the text editor block. Let's get rid of this text and paste in our other text. Click the Style tab. We're going to set its alignment to center as well and change its color. And we're going to set the font family to Mukta. And now we're going to set the size to 16 pixels. We're going to change the margin and the padding just a bit so it'll move up a little bit closer to the title. So the way you do that is you just click the down arrow over here under top and give it a negative value of negative 25 pixels. And then we'll give it a little bit of padding so it doesn't rest right up against the margins of that column. Next, we're going to add in some entrance animation like we did on the other ones. So fade in and up, and we'll delay it just a little bit so it comes in after the logo, but with the heading. 300 milliseconds should do it. So we're going to search for star, and this is the star rating element that we're going to drop right below the text block. So 0 to 5 is fine. We're going to give it a title, and this is just where we're going to put some fictional number to show how many ratings we have. So I put 643 to set the alignment to center. Next, we're going to color the title or the number and change its font to one of the font families that we've been using in this project. So the Rambla font. Let's increase the gap a little bit between the title and the stars. Next, we're going to set the color of the stars so that it matches the other colors on the page. And then we'll add a little spacing between the stars. Click the Advanced tab. Once again, we're going to set the margin and padding. So we'll set it to -30 so it moves a little bit closer to the text block. And we're going to set the entrance animation to fade in. And we'll delay it just a little bit so it comes in with the text above it. Next, we're going to click and add in an intersection. We're going to add in a 2-column intersection underneath the stars, and this will be for our App Store buttons. So we're going to set the width, content width of 400 there. And let's go ahead and add in some animation. This time, we're going to try not fade into the left, but let's do a zoom in. So it kind of looks like it's growing. And we'll delay this by 500 milliseconds. So the buttons will come in last on the page. So let's add the first button image by adding an image block to the left column here. We'll delete the Elementor temporary image. Let's go find our button image on our computer and upload that. The first one we're going to add is the App Store. Let's insert that on the page. Set its alignment to center. And let's link it to the App Store. You would link it directly to your App Store page, but we're just going to link it to the front of the App Store. And now we're going to set the width to 150 pixels and click Advanced. Actually, let's set the hover animation first. So when you put your cursor over it, it's going to grow. That looks good. So let's copy this and paste it over here in the right column. And select it. And let's go over here and delete that image, and we'll add in our Google Play Store image, or play button. Add the alt text for this image, Google Play button. Click Insert Media. So now we have both our buttons in here, but we need to add the link to the Google Play Store. And let's click Update to save our changes. So we have our page built. Let's see how it looks at the different sizes. So we're going to click Tablet, see how it resizes. And then we'll click Mobile, see how it looks on a phone. Let's go back to tablet. And one more time to desktop. Click Preview Changes and we'll actually see what it looks like in the browser. So next I'm going to show you how to import the templates if you don't want to build this manually by hand. You would basically create a new page called App. You import the header template and display it on the app page. You edit the app page in Elementor and import the app split screen landing page template, and then you update and preview. So this is just a basic way of importing templates if you don't want to go through the whole business of building your own split screen app landing page. So here's what our site looks like. If this is the way your site looks, or if you already have an existing site, this is the way you would add in a new page for your app. So first, let's go to Pages, Add New, and we're going to create a page called App. And then click Publish. Next, we're going to go to Templates and then to Theme Builder. We're going to add our first new template. And this is where we're going to select header and then give this a name called app-header. Say Create Template. And now this is where we're going to import the template we've already created, and you can find these in the links below. So click to open the app split screen header.json file. So I went to My Templates and then added my template, and now after it imports, we're just going to click Insert, choose No for Import Document Settings, and that's automatically been applied. So that's a quick way that you can get rid of the header. But this time you want to make sure you only apply it to this app page that we just created. Otherwise it'll apply across your entire site. You don't want that. We want it to just apply to that app page. So we choose singular and then pages, and now we're going to search for the word app and choose that. So that way the header only applies to that app page, and that'll turn off the default header. So let's go back and exit to the dashboard and click Update one more time just to make sure this saves. Let's go over to our app page that we created earlier. Click Edit and then Edit with Elementor. This time we're just going to click this icon, add a template. We're going to click My Templates, and we're going to go over here and click the Import Template button. Let's go select the file that you've hopefully downloaded. It's called the App Split Screen Landing Page Section.json. We're going to let that load up, and then click the Insert button. Choose No to import the document settings. And there it is, but notice it does not stretch to the width, the full width of the page, so we're going to change this page layout to Elementor full width. And once this updates, then you can see that it stretches. And then we click Update to save our changes. So that's how you can quickly import a ready-made template and apply it to a page on your website. So just to review, we created a split screen app landing page in Elementor Pro. We first built it manually on the home page. The next section I showed you how to import the template files to an app page. The link to the project files are below in the YouTube video description. And thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.